Okay, folks, Samson to Labron Public Radio. Thank you for joining. We might have some technical issue here, so very shortly here we'll be with you. Just stand by so you can see picture flipping out and out here. So just stay with us. And to all of those that have a birthday today, this is for you.
Today now your birthday. Now the day where you come to join the people, maybe don't stay for this world before you come. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Anything where you see for this world, whether good or bad, make you take am so. Now so everybody come in the world, We dey advise you say, any work where you dey work, make you put your mind there. And work and fine, make you know they talk like, make a yes be yes, you know be no, then you go live well for this world. Hey. So God go bless you, give you long life, give you many birthdays again. So God go bless you.
Okay, folks, Samson told LeBron Public. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in this evening. We say thank you, safety, Lord Jesus. We want to thank you again for bringing us here together again tonight. Lord, we ask you to continue to guide us, bless us. Lord, as you know, we have two tables. One table here for the Liberian diaspora, and then another table back home we have to provide. And we say thank you for the opportunity. We ask you to continue to guide us, bless us as we go through the process. And we will say, my Lord, please continue to protect us because we here in the diaspora continue to do what we have to do for our people back home. Folks, again, I just have to say thank you, Jesus, for everything that you continue to do for all of us. We ask you to bless the country of Liberia, bless the leaders of Liberia, and bless the country of the host country of Liberia as well. We want to thank you very much and say, my Lord, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Folks, there's so many things going on right now as I try to control here and there, so I'm not quite on it here. But as usual, we will be. God is wonderful to us anyway, so we have to praise Him. So we just say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you for everything else. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Of course. All right, folks, let's go on. Let's go. I hope that Mr. George will be joining us here very shortly and so he and I can have the conversation. But what is happening in Liberian politics tonight is the conversation we're going to be opening line very soon here. What is happening in Liberia right now is very interesting, very interesting. Uh, right now we have, I mean, it's unbelievable what is happening in Liberia. Okay, and I hope Mr. George will be able to join us here shortly so that we can start the program. Mr. George, if yeah, Mr. So is doing good. In fact, he will be. We're hoping to get him back just to talk to the audience. Hopefully by this week, this Sunday, if not next Sunday. He's doing much better. I mean, just imagine your mom passing away. It's nothing small. It's nothing small. It's not like father. Yeah, I'm not saying father passing is not that difficult, but mother passing is much more painful, to be honest with you, because I think most of us that have experienced that would say so. Father passing, yes, you can say it's painful as well. But mother is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And so the young man has been going through a lot. And but he will be out here very shortly. Hopefully this Sunday or next Sunday the most to talk to you guys and say thank you to all of you that continue to hold us together here, and we let us just continue to having in our prayer as well. Okay, thank you, Emmons, for that question. We appreciate it, and I'm sure Mr. So is also going to appreciate that as well. So. Let's go ahead, Mr. George. I still don't see Mr. George. Maybe he's on here now. But let's just let me. I want to post something else. I'm going to start the program here very shortly, but I want to post something else first. Okay. I want to put something else here. It's something interesting is happening in Liberia right now, and I'm not too sure how and what to contribute that to. As to what Liberians are taking this Liberian politics for fun, or they think it's just something. Liberia is like a farm. You go in, everybody get their cut. I'm not too sure what is happening. What is happening? And I'm not going to bite my tongue again this evening as usual. I'm not too sure what is happening, folks. This is not something that I was looking forward to. As someone who consider himself opposition, not because of hate, but opposition because of policy that I don't believe in and policy that I think is hurting our folks. That is the reason for opposition. And I believe, and I thought that Dr. Barker will come in and help us stabilize this. But let me show you this here. First thing first. Okay, let's go ahead. Folks, we will open the line. But it's Friday. It's an open mic. We've been having some series. It took me almost 30 minutes just to. Some of us is my own blunder, and some Mr. So is not here to help me guide me through this thing. So it's been difficult, and I don't want to go to the heavier program that I know how to use well. But it's so heavy that when I bring that on there, then I got to do a lot of stuff. And this is very simple, simple, but I don't know how. So most of it, Mr. Soul will be on the line and say, do this and do that, and he's not here. I'm swimming downstream this afternoon. And so just like you, Amos, I can't wait for this man to come back, for him to come back so we can get this thing going. And when I talked to him today, he said, I will be back. But carry on, you Mr. Judge, carry on here a little bit. I said, well, you might carry on a little bit. We're waiting for you. He said, yeah, but you go ahead. I would tell the people, I've been paying you to do all your work. You pay me? You pay me? I am the chairman of the board. How many times the soul have fired me before? I don't know. But that's a different subject matter. Let's take this thing serious here, folks. Let me show you. So in Bond County, I'm not too sure if Liberians are serious. In Bond County, you now get the collaborating party, CDC and the vice president. They're all on board campaigning for their candidate, which is okay. So Honorable McGill went to Banga a day or so ago, and this is the reception he got. Unbelievable. Uh, and also, I just don't have that picture, but I'll talk about that. And the CPP candidate or alternative ANC candidate, whatever you want to call it, Musa Ability and Elizana Comey gone there to campaign. This is where my actual confusion and mind, the step in mind comes out. I don't see, that's fine. So, but this is what I want to say about CDC and Bond County. They might give, and if I was CDC, if I was people in CDC, I won't be jumping to joy right now because you have the huge turnout for Honorable McGill. I won't be joyful right now. Far from it. Far from it. Because they saw what happened today in Monserrate County, 2020. They saw that. Okay, December they saw that what happened. So now, if you have this kinds of crowd in okay, hold on, folks. Let me see here, Mr. So. Good afternoon, sir. Do you care to speak to LeBron Public Radio or something? I can hear you. Okay, as usual, Mr. So's checking, and there was something that was not quite right with the setting, and he decided to call me to get that. He's not ready to talk, he said, but he just wanted to make sure that things are right because the audience will be able to, the audience that are following, he think they're very, very much valuable. So he wants to make sure things are right, and I just fixed that. But anyhow, so let's go back to Bond County. Bond County. Bond County is now the battleground, so to speak, and peacefully now. So McGill, Honorable McGill, and the vice president seem to be canvassing for the same candidate, a CDC candidate, or something like that, and they seem to be doing well. But here's the concern that I have with that. Besides what happened to them in 2020 December, it's not the issue. For me, it's not the issue. Most likely, they might win Bond County. With their campaign, they might win Bond County. But if they win, that is like a testing site for them. Because if they win Bond County and not able to deliver until 2023, they're done. Finito. So they can campaign all they want in Bond County. And I think they might win. But when I see the kind of crowd like this, usually frighten me. But from what happened today here, December, frightening is not the word that I would use in describing this situation. So, but I hope that they will do well in Bond County, because then it becomes a serious issue for them. Because if they win Bond County and try to take Bond County vote for granted, they will be punished massively 2023. But if they win Bond County, because Bond County, this for me, this Bond County stuff that they have immersed themselves in, is good. It's good. But people are watching, because if the people in Bond County give them the whatever they're asking for, it's not like Bond County going to say, "We give you this, we want something in return." Bond County, they're going to be someone, as usual, standing up for the Liberian people, the entire country. But they would say, "Miguel, you came here, we give you the vote. What have you done?" We still have Samuel Tour over there, unable to manage the financial affair of the country. We have other issues. The roads network all over the country is bad. What have you done? We give you vote. And then people can start on this here, because the 2017 election, it was for sure thing. But this is something that they give you because they want you to succeed and they want you to do something good. So if they try to utilize this vote that Bond County might give them, and if they win this election in Bond County and not able to deliver in terms of services to the people, then they're going to be in serious trouble. Like I said, I think CDC, for me, they're new for putting their foot in their mouth. And this is another perfect example, because look at the crowd Honorable Miguel is getting. Okay, I hope Honorable Miguel don't come out of this thing and think that he can become president and try to push the Senator Dr. Weah aside. I hope not. I hope not. But that's not the issue right now. My main thing is Bond County. You have Minister Miguel, Honorable Miguel, and the Vice President. The Vice President and the CDC hierarchy, were never on good terms. What happened now? How did they turn out now to campaign for the same candidate? That's going to be interesting. But the story will come out. It's not going to stay hidden. The story will come out, and we will be able to understand why is it my man. What kind of people here? I can't wait to have Mr. Alfonso. So what's about me? I hear that. Why you can't? So you don't want to? What kind of people here? I can't wait to get Mr. So back. So what's about me? Oh, you don't like my liberal view? That's why you're conservative. That's why you people myself we don't get along. I hear talking something, then the other person here, right? I can't wait to get Mr. So back. What kind of business they have, my people? What kind of trouble? And I see again tonight. We just started the show. I've been having a technical issue all over the place. I just started the show. Mr. So called me. So he said something wrong. I face it. Then somebody said, I can't wait for Mr. So to come back. Why is that? Your man, that made me very hard to know. I beg you. All right. No, he will be back. He will be back. Myself, I can't wait to get him back myself. But anyway, let's go ahead. So the vote that perhaps they might get from Bond County is going to be a vote of test. I would consider it a vote of test for the entire country. If CDC having to win the election that they're canvassing for in Bond County, and they take that for granted, they're done. And the test, the Bond County election, when they win, the test is not going to wait for 2023. The test is going to be immediate. Because having had these kinds of a collaboration now with the vice president and the CDC hierarchy, and they come out after that and they still show their bike to the vice president and not hawking her and not bringing her on board, they will be punished. They will be punished massively. I predict that. Let me go on to another subject matter. I'll come back to this here. I'll come back to this. Let me go on to another subject matter. Like I said, I'm going to be opening. This is Unity Party headquarters. And I read something earlier today where Unity Party people try to explain what is happening with this uh, building being taken away according to media report. And they're saying that's not true. They have already had a conversation with the property owner. And according to the story, the property owner agreed for a 50% reduction from 60,000 to 30,000, and that 30,000 annually, and that 30,000 will be paid, will be split in 12 months, which is $2,500 a month, pretty much. Okay. I wish that would have been my mortgage around here. That would be nice. That would be nice. $2,500 a mortgage. Oh, ooh, that would be nice. But anyhow, did I say 2,000? 2,500. Yeah, yeah, 2,500. I wish that would have been my mortgage. I'll be dancing all over the place. But anyway, that's besides the point. That's besides the point. So if Unity Party were to come up with that, okay, and is it 2,500, folks? Let me make sure here. Let me make sure, please. 30,000 a month, a year. Uh, I hope that's what it is. I hope I'm not talking uh 30 oh 30,000. Yeah, 2,500. So Samson told you still got it, man. You're not something. Okay, so 2,500. Okay, so but the guy came back according to the story, according to Unity Party, having had an agreement on the 30,000, 50% reduction. They decided they're going to not only not accept the reduction that they have agreed to, but they're going to increase it in full by asking for $100,000. Now, who would be in their right mind to do that? Who would be in their right mind to do that if this thing is not being politicized? What's going on with Unity Party? And the McLean family has been part of the Unity Party when Madame Sali was standard bearer of the Unity Party. So is it because she's no longer there now, and so things are now going different way? I smell politics. I smell politics of what is written. If it's true, I smell politics, and I think that's something I'm not quite prepared to deal with right now. But let me go on to another subject, and I'll come back to all these things here later on. Let me go on to another subject matter. Okay, I told you already that Mr. Cummings, the ANC standard bearer, and the chairman of Liberty Party are campaigning for ANC candidate in Bond County. Mm, mm. This is another point of this collaborating point that I'm not too sure if Mr. Cummings really taking the thing serious. I'm not too sure if Mr. Cummings is really taking the thing serious. Did the ANC, I think if I'm still right, that ANC is part of the collaborating political party. And so any candidate ANC put forward, that person most likely should be backed by the collaborating political party. And if ANC standard bearer is to go out to Bond County to campaign, he has to have, and I hope he did, he has to have the consultation with the rest of the collaborating political party, and then formulate a policy, formulate a plan of how and what things to say that will benefit the entire collaborating political party. But you're taking Musa Ability, who is also chairman of Liberty Party. And quite frankly, Liberty Party and the chairman, they're not on good terms right now. So what is going on? And I'm just speculating at this point. Is it that Mr. Cummings hoping to have Musa Ability as his vice presidential candidate? Is that what they're trying to? Is that what? If that's the case, then Comey is not taking this thing serious. You cannot. If I know this thing here because most of these people that are in these high performing positions, they are very ambitious. No question asked. I have a guy here who is originally from India, very smart guy, photographic memory. I mean, anything he lay eyes on, he can't forget it. And the guy, he started about maybe 2 3 years before me, and he so ambitious. It's unbelievable. But you know me, something too. When you are ambitious, you take it easy with me because I'm from total. I'm here to please anybody. I tell you what, hey, you like it, mama, you like it, nah. That one kind of song I can be singing. But anyway, this guy started shooting up. He's now the entire uh, district, and in the district he wanted from the beginning. Three districts combined to one. We have District 1, District 2, and District 3, and they have more than 15, 16,000 employees or even more engineers. But he's now the big shot. So I know these people, they're driven. They are driven. And his thing is, I've worked with him before, and I know who he is. Before he became even as big as he is, sometimes he come to the office over there in the morning and there we crack jokes, because you know why? Hey, something too. And I want to do when I go meet him because the way he can talk to other engineers. That you see some of the engineer coming from the office with that me will go to the office, come by that tear will come from something that you don't want going to cry with me. And I don't got time for you. What you would do to me? What you would do to me? You say you fire, I say I went to town. That what now? Damn, I can't say that. You know where I come from? You know the kind of water I was drinking before I came in the player that you would make something to something. But anyway, sometimes some of the engineers they go out there because they are not quite prepared, and so because he's so smart, and he brings the black book, which is like the Ashto book of engineering guides. So he said, "What do you put in line here? What's the reason? What is it? How?" And most of the people they are unable to defend their project, and so he put them. I mean, he's being. But me, whether I can defend it or not, I tell you, say, what you want? You want designer? Come design it yourself. You don't design it, please don't waste my time, man. You think that's something to do, and I tell you that. But anyway, so let's go back to our comments. And Cummings to be in that position with Coca-Cola, the ambitions is unbelievable. And I can see a little bit of it here. I can see a little bit of his here. Cummings, it seemed to me, because when he was out here the last time, and then I asked him the same question, why will you not go second? And he said, those of you that want me to go second to Dr. Barker, you're not doing good for us because this is a policy. I mean, this is the process. And even if Dr. Barker going to go first, he has to face the challenge. So at least when he faced Dr. Weir, he will be able to, which I accepted. I said, good point. Good point. But then to now see this, where we out here every day asking for unity, because I can tell you this without any kinds of hesitation or equivocation, whatever it is. I can tell you this. If there is no unity in a collaborating political party, forget it. CDC, another 6 years. There's nothing you can do. The only way CDC is going to be dislodged from that position is by unity, unifying the CPP, and you guys coming together. But the way Comey is going, I'm not too sure. I'm over here that I'm not satisfied with Dr. Buckeye. There's people who are around here and all that. And then Comey, on the other hand, I don't know which way to turn. But this is what I can say to Comey and his people. If what I'm seeing, if this is something that is a trend, in the ANC to see that perhaps they can bring Musa Ability to be vice presidential candidate for Kumi, you're missing a mark. Only unity, collaborating unity political party will succeed. You cannot be a bishop to the point that you put yourself above Liberian people. And like I said, I'm not going to miss my words here tonight. In as much as I like Kumi and I support him as well, but you cannot put our people above, below you. You're coming in to serve the people. Show us the temperament that you have. Show us that you're able to serve. Since the conflict between CPP, in CPP started, Kumi has come out, and I've been holding myself. On many occasions. I've been saying to myself that Kumi is so smart that obviously just to ease out all of the conflict. Okay, let's take responsibility as a group and move on. I thought that's what Kumi would do. Because I've been on here on this platform, asking for Kumi to go second. And here's the reason. And Kumi himself told us this, that he's not connected. I have the video here. I have the audio here. So please, anybody that's supporting Kumi, don't challenge me because I'll put it up. He said he's not connected. So if you're not connected to the Liberian people, obviously they do not know your ability to lead. So why will you not be smart for once? Why will you let Liberian people who are being in Liberian political trenches on the bad side of things try to rule, control, whatever it is? What's the point? What is it? What is the attraction with Musa Ability from Liberty Party? Musa Ability is supposed to be chairman of Liberty Party. If there was not a collaborating political party, you guys would have been a competition. But then when you and Musa Ability, going where? Going where? This is unacceptable for me. Because everybody been complaining. And sometimes I don't like the tone of the complainers, to be honest with you. Because I'm not one of those who are going to use words that are that are uncomfortable for me, let alone accept anybody to insult any other Liberian. But everyone that come out and criticize you, Honorable Cummings, and the criticism is not that you're not smart, not that. It's that you're too ambitious to the point that you put yourself above Liberian and Liberia issue. I don't believe that. However, the way you've been going is something I just don't see it. I don't see it. Why were you, as smart as you are, why will you put yourself with a group of people that you don't agree with? Once you allow yourself to be publicly accept something and you sell that to the international community, you sell that to the Liberian people, you must do everything possible to make sure whatever it is that you have sold to us survive. This is what you have done in Coca-Cola. Were you not in Coca-Cola when the drink changes and thing happen? They changed the cup can, they changed this, and it was a big flop. Yeah. Yeah, the people think I'm wrong, but that's okay. Okay, I think we're getting by. So, can you hear me? Am I still audible, folks? For some reason, my audio, my process is going in and out here. So let me see. Let me wait for myself. Okay, I can see I'm on. So people think that I'm wrong. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So the point here is this: why is Kumi getting all of these people from different political parties? I agree they're coming to help. I agree they will do the best they can. That's good. But you told us you wanted to be part of a collaborating political party. I'm not comfortable the way you were treated. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable. But this blame, if this thing is a flap, if this thing fail, Cumming cannot share this blame by himself. But they all have to be careful how this thing end up. While we still respect each other. If you know you're not going to make this thing as a unit, even a man, wife, they married 50 years, 60 years, can get divorced. But you must do so with a clear understanding that you, as a group, was the best hope for the Liberian people at this time. Now, one single political party will face CDC and be successful. Ain't happening. You're not able. Not Dr. Bakai, not Cummings, no one else. If you go as a single political party to face CDC, forget it. Forget it. CDC will flunk you the first round. So we, the Liberian people, those of us that are involved in the social media and able to understand a little bit here and there, we thought by you guys coming together, it would have been a unique opportunity for us to turn this country around as Liberian. Because nobody gonna turn the country around for us. Any other foreigner that comes in our country for job, the Chinese, the Lebanese, the Ghanaians, the Sierra Leoneans, the Guineans, the Nigerians, the Ivorians, any other the people from Burkina Faso, anybody that comes over, they're coming to milk and take the fruit, whatever tree they plant, where they take the fruit back to their country. They're not going to build anything substantial in Liberia. They're not going to utilize the fund that they're going to get out of Liberia, put it back in the country. They're not going to do it. Only we, the Liberian people, will be able to do something like that. I had a conversation with a friend of mine a few days ago. In fact, yesterday. And this young man was in his country doing well. Excellent job he got, making good money. But he decided to be part of the Madam Ellen Salih call, to answer that call. And there were many of these young people that went over there. 80 to 90% of all of those that serve in Ellen government, the young people, many of them are back here in the United States or somewhere else. And many of them were making $15,000, $16,000 a month. So you think they're going to develop, leave their money in Liberia and come here? No, the money they've been sending their money here. This is where they do all their saving. They're here. One of them, Judy Moore. I don't care if I call name tonight. But these people are here. They're not in Liberia. Only few are left. And the guy told me, he said, Samson, you know who I am. You know my ability to work. I'm a good engineer, to be honest with you. I can work any part of the world. But I have invested so much of my time, my money, and energy into this country. I can't leave. Where would I go? If I go over there, what happened to all everything? The young people that I try to mentor, the young people that I employ in my company, what do? I can't leave. And those are the people that I feel bad for. So there are many young Liberians. And I hope those who are beating the drum for Dr. Bakai will not be the same. You leave from here, you go over there, you get a job. As soon as Dr. Barker turned over, Blue, you come running back here. And you leave it. All of those people, Amara Conley, all of those people, who are they living a country with? They have the experience. You don't necessarily have to work in a government. You don't necessarily have to work in a government to be able to continue to contribute to the welfare of the country. All of these people that are leaving and they left, who are they leaving the country with? And this is what Dr. Guia would say. If they're capable, are not available, they're available, are capable. It makes sense. It makes totally good sense. And so, once again, Honorable Cummings, I will hope that it is not, I hope my speculation is wrong. Somebody saying, somebody, he's on it. You're not scared. You know, your conservative view, you don't scare me. You don't scare the liberal. You can say, I speak my mind. Yeah, I'm not being rude to anybody, number one, but I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I think the Honorable Cummings, the process is on. I think it's something. Wow, this man wrote a book. I don't think it's something that we should be glad for. Let me see the book this guy wrote here. Folks, give me a minute. Mr. Toe, he says. Oh, I'll read it. The candidate in Bonkan is not an ANC candidate, he's a UP candidate. The ANC candidate is in Nima. The Liberty Party candidate is in Grand Jide. The plan is all CPP political leaders were supposed to go out and campaign for the candidate, but Comey is the only one out there with ability. Please know the facts before reporting, sir. This is harmful to Mr. Comey's character. He's ambitious, but he is not overly ambitious to the point of being disrespectful to his colleagues. Okay. And that's Doc Paul. Okay, Doc Paul. Fine. Thank you for that's what I like. You bring the kind of thing, we'll read it for the public to hear the side. But I'm just saying, I told you already, that was a speculation. Because let's look at it. Liberty Party, the chairman of Liberty Party and the entire political leadership in Liberty Party, they are not in good terms. Why would Comey take responsibility to go campaign with him? Why, if Comey is very serious, like you say he is, why can't he help to settle the issue in Liberty Party before you go taking responsibility to go campaign? You see, when you do these kinds of things, Doc Paul, then you are not sincere either. Because was it not the same Comey the last time who was invited at Liberty Party headquarters to welcome him without the involvement of Liberty Party hierarchy? Don't get me started, Doc. Please. Okay? I understand. And what your explanation is possible. That Musability and Comey are the only people from CPC. But then what happened? Were they in consultation with your buddies? Why are they the only people that are going to represent the CPP? Were they giving that tax by the CPP chairman now? Were they giving the tax to do that? You didn't even mention that. All your facts, all you want me to say, you want me to come up with facts. I'm saying now, where are your facts? Is the CPP, are you telling me that Musability and Honorable Cummings were giving the mandate to go and campaign for CPP candidates all over the country? Is that what you're saying? Are they going to go to Grajide? Are they going to go to Nima? Is that what you're telling me, Doc Paul? Okay. Well, I just thought that I'd take that. I'm going to move on to another subject matter. Okay. I like it when I make comment, I want people to respond to challenge me. I like that. This is what we do. I'm not saying whatever that I'm saying here is the entire, what you want to call? Yeah. Another one, yeah. Okay. All right. So I think people are on me here tonight. That's okay. I like that. Yes, Thompson said the election is coming. They should all be campaigning for the CPP candidate. That's fine. I agree with you guys. They should. But you have to respect people in your caucus. Y'all got me so scared now. I'm drinking water. What you think you scare me? You people are Mr. So and the center right. All of you are the same people. But you're not scaring me. No, on a very serious note. On a very serious note. If what you guys are saying, if it is true, oh my goodness. Yeah, folks, I like this tonight. It's like 95 against the liberal. Yeah. But that's when I really shine. When I get all these people against my idea, that's when I really shine. I love this. I love this. No. Drink water. Oh. Please, we're discussing some intellectual issue here. Please, let us don't go down the rabbit hole here. But anyway, here's the point that I'm making. If Mr. Comey has gone over there, with most ability and say, and he's been giving, we have the CPP has a chairman. And these things should not be done in vacuum. It shouldn't be done in isolation. Mr. Comey going to get, you see, this is campaign time. Have two of them. The social media have the ability to have Dr. Baka in the United States on the phone and have Comey in Liberia on the phone, and they're having an exchange of how they're going to campaign for their candidate. That is in agreement. That is how you do this thing in collaboration with each other. But you can't tell me, yes, another guy, he said, the CPP, no, what's the other guy? Oh, JMB was in Bon Country before he traveled to the America. That's not what I'm talking about. If JMB is leaving Liberia and Comey is going to be campaigning, he's not a co-chairman, number one. If Comey is going to be campaigning for any CPP candidate, Comey must be given the mandate. And that mandate must be done publicly so that the Liberian people that know that they are together. That's my point that I'm making. Perhaps it's too liberal for many of you to understand. Because you just want to call it broom. If it ain't caught the way you want it, no, that's not life. That's not life. Go outside. The wind blowing. And as the wind blows, the trees dancing through the wind. The wind blowing. But as the wind blows, the dust pick up. It's part of the system. It's not, you don't just cut the system, it's not just one way. Everybody involved. And the point that I'm making about Honorable Comey tonight, many of you don't seem to be oh wow, we are a collaborating, not manager. We are a collaboration, not manager. You're bring it on. You're bring it on here again tonight, folks. But the point that I'm making, okay, my people, like plenty people against me tonight. This show come to an end. Let me get you think I'm coming to run away from you. I beg you, man. You'll find something else to talk about. But here's the point. And Mr. Gay is saying they are not a manager. You're not a manager. So why are you taking a position of a manager then? See, these are some of the things y'all do that then rob some of us the wrong way. And I'm not here to defend any other position except mine. When Comey was chairman, everything that was done on a CPP, most of it was done with his approval. Now Comey is not chairman. The very first thing when my political leader became chairman, Bender Europe brought this whole Rim and Roll stuff. Kumi did not wait to see what her reaction going to be. The very first thing Kumi did, not just to challenge what was coming from Benla Europe, but to put the political leader, the chairman of CPP, on notice. For what reason? She hasn't made any decision. She has not even spoken on it. Now you're going to come out and make comments. I didn't say anything because I thought they can handle themselves. Okay. This is getting. I like the event tonight, folks. Let me just open a line. Your call in. Let's talk about it coming and 18. Let me open a line. This is okay. Wow. Yeah, well, I love this here tonight. I love it tonight. Let me just open the line. And please, when you call, make it brief so that other people have the opportunity to express themselves as well. Let me open the line. It's an open mic, and we're here to have a discussion. Okay, and I know all of us have the ability to speak with respect to each other here. So let me just open the line, folks. Samson Tola, Brown Public Radio. Let me open the line. Okay. Okay, that's my number. That's my number. Please, I'm gonna pin it, and please call me on this here. Let's have your point of view. If what I'm saying is wrong, just let's talk about it. And I will push back when you call. Don't think you just make a statement and run out. I'm gonna push back. And so, folks, if you call and I'm not able to pick up your call because someone else is on there, okay? So let's go ahead. I was going to now pick up with Dr. Baka, but the way the trend is that it's going now, and people are now, it seems like everything is going against me as a liberal here tonight. I love this. I love this. So give me a call. Let's talk about it. Let's cut about it. Let's go. So anyway, the point that I'm making, the very first thing I said was speculation, of course, but I will still say it again. If Cumming is taking, oh, here we go. Samson told LeBron Public Radio, what's your name, where you're calling from, what's on your mind? Let's have a discussion.
Blagoo,
I'm on it.
Liberal progressive.
I'm on it.
How you doing, boss man?
Not bad. Go ahead. Make your point.
All right, my name is Anthony Gay. I'm calling from the Commonwealth State of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I'm calling to make a point, and here's the point here. The CPP was turned over to Senator Yomble Kanga Lawrence in a perfect shape. The CPP was cruising. We came from an election that we won 6 senatorial seats. The CPP were roaring in the community and in Monroeville and everywhere in the country. CPP have become a formidable party and will turn over to your political leader. In the process of that, the CPP now is turned over in His Excellency former Vice President Joseph Boakai hand in chaos. So, from a successful CPP out of the hands of Mr. Cummings, to a chaotic CPP in the hands of
Mr. Gay, let me push back on that. No, hold on. You can't come out here and express yourself as though you're talking to somebody or bricks on the other's end. No, far from it. Now, Mr. Gay, I understand CPP on a Cummings was riding high, but guess what? It was riding high because he was getting collaboration and cooperation from the rest of the political party. So mention that, please. If you're going to come out here and say how good Cummings has done when he was leading the CPP, mention the fact that it was happening on his watch because of the collaboration and the cooperation from the rest of the crew. Why won't you say that, sir?
So collaboration and cooperation can only come if the leader takes.
Excuse me.
In your household today, there is ordinance and order in your household because you are the leader and you put in.
I understand all of that. But what I want you to do when you're taking credit for the collaboration of political party activities, also express in your credit taking movement to say we were helped by. You think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the collaboration is full. constituent party. So absolutely yes.
Okay, then but you didn't
Everything
say that. You didn't
No, no, no,
say
no,
that.
no.
You
I
came
said
you
the
came
CPP. When I
across.
said CPP,
Yeah,
but hold on.
yeah, but you
When I
came
said
across.
CPP,
You
that full
came
political
across.
party I'm
Hold on.
talking about here.
You came across as though Kumi was just running on air all by himself. No,
No, no, no.
he
That's
got
not. I
okay.
didn't say that.
All
I
right,
didn't say
go
that.
ahead. Make a comment. Other people are calling. Please
Okay,
make
but
it brief. Please, you can
interrupted
call.
me.
You can call back
So,
if you can, but make it brief, please.
okay, so here's the point I'm making now. The ball is in the court of the most senior member of the CPP, JMB. He needs to put CPP House in order. Running away from setting up the primary, running away from setting up this dispute of the framework document, all the different things will not serve any good purpose.
Speculation on your part. Nobody ran away from anything. Speculation on your part. But go ahead, make a point so I can take
We're
the.
not seeing anything being done right now. So there is a by-election scheduled November 16th.
Right.
4 candidates in a race. Is JMB going to pull the trigger just the coming date and 1 or 6 senatorial seats? Are we going to have 4 representative seats, or are we going to win 2 out of the 4? If that's the case now, we're not hearing you talking about any of those things. All the interviews are being held.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Gay. You can call as many times as you want. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. So Mr. Gay is pointing out some facts. Give me a call, folks. Thank you very much. Give me a call, folks. Okay. So the point that I'm making here is this: Mr. Gate is saying, first thing he came out and said, when Kumi was running the CPP as a chairperson, it was smooth, no conflict, whatever. That's fine. But what Mr. Gate fails to mention in that narrative of his was the fact that Kumi was also getting he was also getting cooperation from other folks. Let me take this. Samson to LeBron Paborito, what's your name? Where you're calling from? Hot topic tonight. Let's go ahead. We on it. Go ahead. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Mr. To, this is Uncle Pete, the man for all the company.
Okay, Mr. P, that's the voice I was looking for. But please make it brief as well. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to thank you for your level of maturity that you are exhibiting on your show. In that, people are there disagreeing with you, and you are not using profanities, you are not insulting them. I just wish that other people who are in the habit of insulting people when they disagree with them on Facebook, they can come out and listen to you. I want you to really spread this particular show of yours be disseminated to those insulting advocates. That when people disagree with them on their show, they insult their mothers, they insult them, they start insulting their families, and everybody connected to them. Oh, Mr. So, you don't know how I'm so proud of you that you are exhibiting a sense of maturity for others to emulate. I'm not going to speak much on your show, but just what you are exhibiting today, I'm so impressed with you, and God will bless you. Liberia is proud of you, and Grand Guinea is proud of you for what you are exhibiting today.
Thank you, Uncle P. We appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Folks, give me a call. The number is out there. Give us a call. Let's have the conversation. So, you're brinking. Let's have a conversation. So this is the point that I'm making. And Mr. Gay point was it's fair. It's fair. I agree. I just thought that he shouldn't just leave it out there, because this is how many of us will have conversation. We pick the point that favor us and make that, and that's how you're supposed to argue anyway. You pick the point that favor you and expand on that, and elaborate on that, and even if you like, put some more weight on it. However, if you're talking to somebody who is not a break on the other side, will point out to you that had the flaw in your argument. And this is what I tried to do to Mr. Gay. And not that his argument was flawed, but to come out to say, honor Mr. Comey, things were good. And then we take it and give it to your political leader, and things start going heck. That's fine. But things were good on a Comey because Comey was getting cooperation from the collaborating political party. Then that wasn't mentioned, and that's my point. So, folks, wow, this is all, folks. Totally against me tonight. But this is what we do. And I can read a lot of comments here, and nobody have insulted me yet. Nobody has insulted, even as ridiculous as some people think my show, I mean my comments are. Nobody have insulted me, which I respect and I appreciate. And because this is what we do here. This is how we engage each other. So if you guys are not going to be calling to continue to talk about Mr. Comey, I just believe Mr. Comey. Because here's the thing here. All of these people, they decided. We didn't force them as Liberians. We didn't force them to come together. They decided they were going to come together. And these are honorable men and women. Honorable people who represent our interest. People who we have trust in. People who we know have the ability to move this country forward. Let me take this other call. Samson to LeBron Public. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Hey, this is Ben calling from Minnesota. How are you?
Oh, thank you. Make a point. We have other callers here too, but try to make it brief.
I think I am having a serious problem with you with the insinuation that you made because Mr. Cummings is with most ability, so he might be making him his vice president. I think you didn't do yourself well because you should have left some room there. I mean, your statement was more like trying to indict him.
Yeah, but hold on, my brother. I think I did. I left some room in there because the comment that I made before I went and making that pronouncement, I said speculation.
Okay, all right.
Maybe you didn't hear that part, but I said speculation.
Okay.
So once I'm speculating, there's a possibility, but speculation might not be correct. That's why they call speculation. Okay. So, but anyway, go ahead. I got your point. Go ahead, make a point, please.
So then let's move. So the other point here is that I'm going to try to make about how things work under Mr. Cummings. You know, sometimes it is not just about it's about people collaborating with you, but as a leader, when you institute measures, it can allow other people to follow. So when Mr. Cummings was leading, because he's a good leader, he put things in place and other people follow. Now we're seeing the same thing that is happening when other people have the times of when simple things, when they have handled simple issues and they just allow it to just fester into the political arena and just got bad. And that is to say, this issue that happened between Mr. Ewan and Mr. Cummings, it was so simple, Mr. So nobody goes around just accusing people without providing any evidence. So in the first place, there shouldn't have been any investigation. But we want to pretend as if this man does not have feelings. Someone's character is being on the line here and wanted to just go away. No.
Okay. You just thank you. You just introduced another concept that I was thinking about, but I was going to be coming to that later. But now that you have introduced that, let me jump on it, and other people can come. But thank you very much. The point is well taken. Thank you. I appreciate that, folks. Let me make this other point as well. Okay, because if people are saying that when Comey was the leader, he was a good leader. That's why he had people to follow. Well, if that is the case, then I think Comey flunk. I don't mind saying that. I don't mind saying it. Bring it on. We can discuss it. I could be wrong. That's okay. That's okay if I'm wrong. That's okay. But if Comey is a good leader, because of his leadership, people were following. Now, one of the things, if you ask Comey, as a leader, you build structure. Because only if you want you alone to benefit from your leadership, then you don't put in place structure. Then people follow you. They build you up. But if Comey was a true leader, like you guys are saying, then he should have put in place not just his own for himself, but put in place a structure that whoever comes after him, that structure will be followed. So why is it, if Comey was such a good leader, why is it Because in order for you to be a good leader, you must be trusting. And you must also trust other people that you're working with. Folks, I can tear anything you guys throw at me tonight. I can tear it down quickly. And you might not agree with me. I accept that. You don't have to agree with me. But if Kumi was such a good leader as you guys are saying, let me make my point. Just hold on. Just hold on. Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point, please. I'll hold you, pack you a little bit. So if Kumi was such a good leader, and why did he put in place structure? So even if my political leader, who you guys think mess up if she doesn't have the leadership ability, but the fact that Kumi has put in place structure to guide whatever is happening, that structure will be difficult to crumble. That is my argument. Go ahead, my brother. Thank you. Your name, Samson told LeBron Public. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
This is Ben. I just want to respond to that particular point very fast.
Okay, go ahead.
I agree with you that structures are meant to be in place. However, if the structures are in place and people who come after decide not to use them, how then do you blame the person who instituted them?
What do you say? What do you say?
I'm saying let's agree that Mr. Cummings had structure when he was leading the CPD. Now, in his absence, if those structures are still there, and the next leader comes and decides not to go by those structures, how is it Mr. Cummings' fault?
Oh, well, my brother, you can't say that. That is unacceptable. I mean, it's no, I understand, but it's weak, to be honest with you. It's a weak argument. It's weak because if you put in place structure for the political party, number one, even forget political party, but if you put in place a structure that's supposed to govern more than 1,000+ people, you cannot leave it vulnerable. That structure that you will put in place, if it's not put in place correctly, then it's going to have a leakage and people can penetrate it very easily. But if you put in place a structure, for example, if Mr. Kumi, the fact that he was enjoying collaboration from other people, let me take this other card. Thank you very much. Let me take the other card, Biggie.
All right.
Samson told LeBron Public Radio, what's your name? Samson told LeBron Public Radio, what's your name? Where you're calling from? Can I finish my statement and then you can come in, please?
Absolutely, Mr. To. It's my second time calling back.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. If as this young man said, if people come in and damage the structure, if Mr. Kumi has put in place the structure that has a help for those who were collaborating with him at the time, when Mr. Gates said Kumi was enjoying the collaboration and cooperation from everybody else, that structure that I'm talking about should be brought in place, not only by Mr. Kumi, but should be brought in place by everyone else, so the people will understand the functionality of the structure, so people will understand the benefit of the structure, so people will understand how and why these structures are in place. Kumi didn't do that. So don't say, Kumi, why somebody can't decide to destroy it, because then the structure is not strong, first of all. So, Mr. Gay, go ahead, make a point. What am I saying is wrong? Come on, give it to me.
Mr. So we have over 200 people listening to us via Facebook, and you guys have your YouTube page and also your radio in Liberia. So I don't even know how many people are following at this point. We will be close to 1,000 people if we have to sum up the number. So that means this conversation is very interesting and people are following and people are paying attention. For that reason, we must erect checkpoints where it needs to be erected.
And that's what I'm taking call. I'm not taking call from the members. I'm taking call from strangers.
Interrupter, please. Just a second on interrupter.
No, Mr. Gay, you cannot command my show. You can't do that.
I'm sorry. Allow me. Allow me just a second.
Well, you can't command my show. Just talk. I will give you the difference. I'll give you, and if I need to push back, I will push back. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Senator Yomli Kanga herself, during her acceptance speech to take on the CPD leadership, she outlined 3 things she was going to put in place before her tenure ends. One of them has to do with the process by which the CPP nomination was going to be followed by, and how to, select the leader through the primary process. That process was not put in place before she left office. That was her own promise. Mr. Comey turned over to her all the documents and
Mr.
catalogs
Gay, Mr. Gay, you
Why you didn't
cannot
allow
be
me to
sincere,
finish?
Mr. Gay. No, hold on. Like I said, you're not talking of breaks here. You're talking of the liberal progressive. I'm going to push back when the
That's my
time
point.
comes. So how do you expect, even if she has the ability to put those things that she talked about in place, in this kind of turmoil, people are fighting each other. People are not respecting the rule. People are biting each other. And you want the woman to continue to put these things in place? No, go ahead. I'm just pointing it out. Go ahead, make a point.
Leader of the Liberty Party, Senator Yumbi Kanga Lawrence herself, acted in certain instances, and it shows as though she was absent-minded to the rules and regulations of the CPP because of the way she proceeded. So those things are her own self-inflicted wounds that she must bear herself.
I disagree.
As a leader,
I disagree. Go ahead, make your point.
Oh my God. Okay, but again, the ball is in the court of the former VP. He now has the responsibility to put CPP house in order. If not, he will also be blamed.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. And Mr. Gay, thank you very much. We appreciate that. But I disagree with you. How you see, this is the thing that I said the last time, and I'm gonna say it here again. I'm not trying to say it because I want you guys to sympathize with her position. Far from it. She accepted the position. That means she's ready. I'm not even going to qualify it or whatsoever. But here's my point here. She was brought on between the men, and you know the men of Liberia, how their behavior toward women, it's ridiculous. And I'm not going to enumerate that here tonight. But here's the point that I'm making. You're now trying to wrap this thing around my political leader, and I can defend it without meaning doing anything. I can defend it very easily. She was brought in. If Mr. Comey has put in place structure that I'm talking about, and she failed to follow those structure, the structure would have, if they were strong, they would have even been able to help. They were able to help to make sure to guide her. Number one. Second, you're saying, Mr. Gay, how can she say, well, when she was taking over, at that time, things were smooth. When she took over. So she said, this is what I'm going to do. And this is what I'm capable of doing. And of course, she has the ability to do that. But what happened? When she became the CPP chairperson, all of the hell started breaking loose because they felt, these men, the CPP men, the leadership men, felt that they can take advantage of this lady and try to manipulate the system. I don't care who you point your finger to. I don't care. But they try to manipulate the system and try to use her so that she not become a fall guy. Far from it. Far from it. She has a leadership. That's why Grand Bassa County elected her twice. Don't come here and tell me, say, she doesn't have the pedigree to lead. She's a good leader. And we're not going to accept anybody to come over here and try to degrade of ability to work. And CPP failed. It has nothing to do with her, but because of the greed and selfish behavior of these men that are in it. I say so. Give me a call. SAMSON told Lebanon Public Radio. Let's get it going. I'm saying here again, let me just go on. Mr. Gay, you want to give me a call? Please do so. I don't care. But the point that I'm making here is this. If Honorable Cummings is the leader, I have no question. Because for somebody to sit in that position at Coca-Cola, first thing, you must be smart. But the white people are not going to. My people, what's wrong with you? We in America. Let me turn to Liberian English a little bit. We in America. We can see how white people can treat black people in a place here. And for the white company to bring a black man in their company and bring them up from Liberia, from that rate, that person must be smart to the top. Nothing else. The man got brother at Coca-Cola. Kumi got parent at Coca-Cola to say, I will make way for you. Kumi got the position based on his own merit, based on the fact that Kumi is smart and capable. No question asked. No question asked. Anybody you talk anything else, you're out of the world. You're not even yourself. However, those ability that had Kumi was a Coca-Cola doing well. Those ability that had him coming should have been the one to be utilized to make sure that the fact that they came together and said they want. Okay. Samson told LeBron Pablo, what's your name, where you're calling from? I'll come back to my statement. What's your name, where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Good afternoon, good evening, Pastor Sito. How you doing?
Oh, not bad, not bad. Good evening, sir. Go ahead, make your point, my brother.
My name is Francis Do. I'm calling from Toronto, Canada.
Oh.
Okay, don't find me.
My people, I'm
bringing
bringing people on tonight that are, yeah, Mr. Do, good evening, good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening,
Yeah, what's on your mind,
you
please?
doing, Pastor Sito?
Yeah, come, welcome. Welcome on LeBron Public Radio. This is what we do here. What's on your mind, sir?
Pastor Sito, your conversation is very interesting. Very, very interesting. I always follow you. One thing, when I follow you like, you are very funny, but I always learn from you because like you sit on your own mat to play you, right? So you put the other people. You know most about Liberia when they talk about politics in Liberia, especially when it comes to construction. But 22, you are one of the guys that motivate me. You too old, you still doing construction, you are an engineer, you're one of the person I actually respect. I always tell people, like, look, have something too. Those are the people that actually need to go back to the country and restructure the country because it's an engineer, it's a professional. I mean, when I mean professional, he's 100% professional. You one of the guys that you one of the people that inspire me. One of the librarian people that inspire me. I always like to appreciate you. That's my info. I just call you to actually appreciate you. You inspire me in a different way, though. In a professional way, because you are an engineer in a country to go to work and come from work and sit down and do what you're doing. So I just want to get it up of energy. And you're too old too. I just want to say thank you. I really, really appreciate you.
Thank
I just want you to appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Francis Do. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Folks, that's the voice of
Bye.
Mr. Francis Do, who has his own podcast as well. And yeah, I'm an engineer by profession, of course. But I'm not talking engineering tonight. I'm just trying to get myself involved because here's the thing here. Many of you don't know. I've been in this library. Yeah, but you know, you can call it. I started the thing here way back in Liberia. Way back in Liberia. I don't want to go to the old age business, but I'm old. So let's go ahead. Samson told LeBron Pablo, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Good evening, Mr. So. How are you this evening?
Thank you for joining us. This is a very interesting topic here tonight. What's on your mind?
My name is Ian Gabley Jr. I call you from Sioux Falls, South Dakota this evening.
Thank you. Go ahead, make your point, my brother.
Okay, well, listening to the conversation, listening to you with the nitty-gritty of it, discussing about CCP and, the chloroidine political parties, XYZ. I strictly like to say to them, our country progress rests on the shoulder of the decisions we make. And these decisions are threatening or privileging upon the experiences that we've had or the dynamics of the change that we want to see in our country, Liberia. And we cannot have a faction within ourselves, so we continue to create it more and more. You understand? There is a need that we come together as a collaborating political party that has the goal, that has the agenda.
But let me ask you this. You know, we got other people calling, so we're just going to make it brief. But I want to truly engage you as well. But let me ask you this. How do you feel now that this, because you seem to be a genuine person, which I think you are, but the fact that you also mentioned that we need to come to, how do you feel now to have these gentlemen and a woman who we have so much trust in them, and they have their collaborating political party seem right before our own eyes seem to be falling apart? How do you feel?
I mean, honestly, as a young person, there's been seen as an alternative in the public, and you understand, I feel very frustrated.
Okay.
I don't know what to say. I feel very frustrated about the way.
Okay. Besides, let me push you a little bit on this. Besides sharing blame of anything, what are some of the things you think that people need to do to come back together? What are the fix from your perspective as a young man? What are some of the things you would suggest people do to come back together and get this thing going?
One of the things that I would suggest for them to do, right, is meeting with themselves and letting the past to be the past and dealing with the present, right?
Okay,
Let them
thank you.
try to create. Let them try to create a space of making the peace with the past, right? Make
Thank you.
peace with your past, and then come to the table. Once you cannot have that emotional situation done for yourself, I mean, automatically there will be still more room of negativity. The room will still be disjointed. There'll be no peace. So let's forget it. You go to the table again. You stay hearing the same thing.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't really get it when people have people following them and not telling people, hey, trust me, it's not me. That is not me. I'm not this. My character is far different from what you think I am.
Thank you.
Please start spending insult at people, right?
Thank you.
The
Thank you, my
issue
brother.
is that's some trend. That's what I think you should be doing instead of attacking people.
Okay.
I mean, it's people heard that a lot of them keep doing things where it's not getting no result because they don't continue to be a different situation.
Thank
for
you.
us.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Again, folks, Samson told LeBron Public Radio, the line is open. Give us a call here tonight, but try to make it brief because a lot of people are calling in as well. They want to have one or two things to say. This is about Liberia. We're not here trying to talk about Barcelona or PSG or my team, Chelsea. We're here to talk about Liberia. So now, I think the folks, why this the far right people are so much on me here tonight. Look, I'm a liberal. What kinds of view do you guys expect me to express out here? I'm a liberal, for Christ's sake. Samson told LeBron Public, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Hey, Mr. Tool, my name is Matthew Borzy, and I'm calling
but
from
can you
Atlanta,
lower your background, please?
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Matthew Borzy, calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
I'm so happy. I always watch this show. I love how you represent the labor. The whole showcase against and I call him Mr. George, old man George from Atlanta, and then Mr. Soul from over there. But let's just get back to this topic. I really like what you're saying. The problem here is the diaspora. We the diaspora and Liberians. We are the problem. We are the biggest problem for that country, especially when it comes to Mr. Coleman. If you look at his background, it's a lot of diaspora Liberians. A lot of diaspora Liberians. Look at the pools. From pools to pool, even in Liberia. He's not tapping the pool. Why can't you go second? When you came from Coca-Cola, you didn't just start from executive. You started from the bottom to the top. But some of these guys don't understand. They keep pushing it. And it will cause a great problem.
Okay.
A big one.
Thank you.
Like you said, if they don't hold, forget it. You're going for the second term.
Thank you.
For the second term. And we don't want that.
Thank you.
But thank you so much. I follow you a lot. I follow your show. Besides you, Mr. Soul, yeah. I like how sometimes you debate one another. It's very, very.
He'll be back right now. He can't. He been writing a lot here tonight, but you'll be back. You'll be back.
I don't know what happened to him, but I'm just.
No, his mom passed. His mom passed away, and his mom passed, and he just, it was just too much for him, and so, but he'll be back.
And then one of the things, like. You are engineer. That's some of the problem we got. Today I was just watching the Spoon Talk. Two good Liberians. Liberians are educated, like you always say. Why can't we get the people to change? When the government finish, all the people that are in that government, all of them gone. The other people, they candidate. Then they say it's not politics. Why is this? These two guys are on Spoon Talk today. The IG and the 102. Why are they doing that? They are young people. But because of we are government to push you aside.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, folks. Again, Samson told LeBron Public Radio, we're having some good time here tonight on a Friday afternoon. But many of you are watching me. I know you're tired right now. My name is Bloku. Nothing can be happening to me. Nothing can happen to me. Nothing can be happening to me. Nothing can happening to me. You know what I'm saying? You know what is my Bloku? In Crown Dale? Elephant skin. And many of you that are from the countryside, perhaps you have not seen elephant skin before. But if you cook elephant skin, it takes like 3-4 days before it can get done. You think you will come here and try to bamboozle me into accepting your conservative view? No, I'm a liberal. So let me ask you this, many of you, what kinds of thing you want me to come and say here? Something that I will say that will please you? No, I express my liberal view, and we liberal, we look at things from a broad perspective. We don't just cut it straight down here. No, we don't do that. We tell you many, many things. However, we also believe the fact that I'm making this view known, I expect you to disagree with me, honestly, because that's my view. I can't sit here and say my view are the overall good view. Then I'm fooling myself. I'm not in the business of fooling myself. Samson. Now let's go on. Let's go on before soon here. This is another subject matter here, Dr. Bakai. I say here the last 3 shows that I've been talking about Dr. Bakai, and I'll continue with it. I'm not comfortable with the way and just the pictures that is being portrayed out there on social media from Dr. Bakai's circle. I'm uncomfortable because if it continues like this, if Dr. Bakai doesn't come out and bring these things under control, and tonight I will be a little bit specific. Okay, I might have to find that picture. So why I'm going to be playing music, I expect you guys to call me and we can talk about it. And the reason why I'm not comfortable, because Dr. Bakai, for me, I said, let me say this again. For me, he has the ability to lead. For me, he has the ability to steer this ship. For me, he has the ability to stabilize this country. We're in a rocky position right now. And people might not agree with me, but that's my view. Dr. Bakai has more experience than anybody can stick their shake at. Because why? He has done too many things. He has the ability to stir this ship and straighten things up. However, from my own view now, what I've been seeing so far on social media, and even some of his comments on other things and what have you, Dr. Bakai now seems to be demonstrating the kinds of leadership that I like or would want from him. When the conflict in CPP started, Dr. Bakai's view, and I have the tape, his view was this is democracy. And we must allow each other to be able to engage positively. We must allow each other to disagree on the process that we put together. Because at the end, and I'm paraphrasing, please don't say he's quoting and then you're wasting your own time. And I'm paraphrasing, and Dr. Bakai would say, at the end, when it's all said and done, we will find a solution. But then this solution becomes a solution for all, because every one of us will have had the opportunity to contribute to the debate. I like that as a liberal. I thought that was wonderful recipe for a successful CPP. However, those of us that are liberal and believe what Dr. Bakai was saying, we sat back and let this thing got away from us without realizing that many Liberians do not have the capacity to understand what Dr. Bakai was talking about, do not have the capacity to disagree. Their form of disagreement was by insulting and degrading other Liberians. And I found that very, very much unacceptable. Unacceptable, let alone member of the CPP. You cannot and you must not insult another Liberian, even if you disagree with him, you must do so with respect and responsibility. I don't agree with Dr. Weir on many, many occasions, on many, many topics. Right? That's why I call myself as opposition. But I respect him. And I will continue to respect him. Why? Because he's my president. He's the father of the nation, even if I'm older than him. And because of that, whatever that I say here in criticizing Dr. Weir, I must do so with respect. And because of what I believe and what I thought Dr. Barker was saying, which I also believe in, we allowed ourselves, including Dr. Barker, to let it get away from us, where people started insulting, degrading each other because of their belief. Your belief does not mean it's so super that nobody can say no to your belief. Let me use this again. Your beliefs. That means it belongs to you. It belongs to you. You must give me the opportunity to agree or disagree. You must provide your view. Give me your view and give me room to analyze your view and allow me, based on my own intellectual ability to analyze your view, to disagree or agree. But because of that, you cannot, because people disagree with you or because something happened that you don't like, does not give you the right to insult. So let's go back to Dr. Barker. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. So the point here is this. The conflict in CPP seemed to be, downside or whatever you want to call it. It's not as hard as it used to be. Dr. Barker now going to have to demonstrate his ability to be the father for all. Dr. Barker, my opinion, folks, these are all my opinion. Anybody can disagree with me on that. It doesn't matter. Okay? Dr. Barker must now demonstrate the fact that he wants to help to dislodge Dr. Weir. He must now demonstrate to all of us that he's the father, whether he's president or not, but he's father for all of us. And I said this here the last time, yesterday, I think, no, day before yesterday. And let me say that again. Dr. Barker is from Lofa County. Okay, folks, let me take this call. I'll be right back. Samson told LeBron Public Radio, go ahead, make your point. Let me come back to what I have to do. Make it brief, please.
Yeah, I'm Papa calling from Des Moines, Iowa. It is unfortunate for those who think that Mr. Barker could unite the team. If he didn't,
I'm saying that. What do you mean, those? Said it's unfortunate. You said call my name.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't make it too far away.
It is not a uniter. He sat down, and then people who close to his camp were insulting Mr. Cummings, and the manufacturer allegation against Mr. Cummings did not materialize. I don't know. The school and the view of majority of the Liberians must be an indication that no one of them can run individually and win. So if they really think they want to win, it is in their interest to work together. And that's what they must think about. If you want us to make it brief, that would be my view. They have to understand that Liberians want them to unite in order for them to be able to unseat this we are government. But if they cannot unite, they won't be able to do it. Thank
you, my brother. Appreciate it. And this is the point that I was, I just wanted him to say you. Let him call my name because that's what I'm saying. I say he has the ability to unite us. And if you're going to disagree, I'm saying it. I don't expect you to disagree with me. I mean, to agree with me. If you're going to disagree with me, say so. It won't hurt me. To be honest with you, being the host of the show doesn't mean anything. These are my views. And first of all, let me thank all of you that continue to follow. It's not that you don't have anything to do, but the fact that you're even turning to us, we respect that and we appreciate that. And believe me, we will continue to do things that perhaps, even if you don't agree with us, but we will portray ourselves in a light that you will not be ashamed to have your little girl, your little daughter, your little son to watch us with you, because that's what we want you to do. It's a family show, and we will do our best to control what comes out of our mouth. We will do our best to pray that God guide us as we think these things comes out of our mouth. So I'll do my best. But let me go back. The point that I was making. So Dr. Bakai, I think everybody is saying here tonight that let's see what the leadership is. So my point is, Dr. Bakai is here in the United States. It's here in the United States. There's a picture going on, and I'll be calling name here tonight. There was a picture that I saw that really got to me. That really, and people, those of you that were there or have the clear knowledge of what happened, you can speak to that if you care. There was a picture where Dr. Bakai was sitting, a gentleman on his right, and Costa on his left, I believe, because he was sitting facing me. Yeah, that would be the left. And standing behind Costa, and I didn't notice that until I copied the picture and make it a little bit larger. It's former President Eula Anthony Kesseley standing up while Costa was sitting down. Costa and Kesseley are not the same age group. Dr. Bakai is aware of our culture, where if you are in a room already seated, there's two things. Two people walk in that you are demand. You're going to be demanded by the culture that you get up. The older person and a woman. When the two people walk in, you get up. If it means for you to stand by the wall, you do that. So why would Dr. Bakai sit in that couch and allow Anthony Kesseley and some other people standing who are older than Costa? What is Costa's position with Dr. Bakai right now? So even if he was the prime minister, I'm speaking in terms of culture right now. Why would Costa sitting down, and you have people like Anthony Kesseley standing up? For what reason? For what reason? This is not what we want out of Liberia. We complain when Honorable Cummings were put in the hammocks. We complain about that. In fact, he was on the show here, and Professor Zagro brought it up. And he took responsibility. And he said, if I have to do it again, I won't let that happen. It doesn't matter what explanation I get. It was bad, and I take full responsibility. This is the same thing here. Why would Costa sit down and have the people who are older than Costa standing up? And you guys were proud to have that picture put up. That is unacceptable for me from the cultural standpoint. If the seat is not available for everybody to sit down, then Dr. Bakai, you two need to stand up along with Costa. So at least everybody going to be on the same playing field. But what has been demonstrated by that picture, from my perspective, it's just to show now, and I hope that I'm wrong. I pray to God that I'm wrong, because I believe in you. I believe in your leadership. I believe you can help us. And so I hope and pray that I'm wrong. Because with that picture, it seemed to be that picture demonstrating what the future going to hold. Someone who you believe is closer to you will be given preference. And I don't see that in your character. You're from Lofa County. I grew up in the barracks. And I'm a countryman. I grew up in the barracks. Where my mom used to sell, how do you call it? Dipa, Doma. She used to go, may her soul rest in peace. She used to go all over Monrovia, collect Henneken bottles. And that woman would bring bottle full of bags, empty bottle, and she would ask me to wash them. Why do I look at washing bottle? I'm going to GW Gacy, that quit school. I'm gonna come from GW Gacy and wash bottle. I will not do that. But she'll wash a bottle, put them, because usually the Heineken company will give them cases. Well, when they wash the bottle, those of you remember this, they say so. If you wash the bottle, they give you brand new case. When you start the bottle, I think there's 24 in a case. And then they pay her. She would take that same money, the money that I refused to wash bottles, she would take that same money and go and buy me Oreo. Oreo, those days you wear Oreo, you wanted a big shot in Monroe from the countryside. But the point that I'm making, people that I grew up with, that are from Lofa County, respectable people. I grew up with some people from Lofa County in total, respectable people. They don't violate rules. And one of the things, if you travel from one town to another, each of these towns has their own rules set. And as a stranger, they tell you what the rules are. And these people from Lofa County obey the rules. They don't go, if the water, people can't eat the fish in that water, which is one of my area. They respect that. Even if they're going to eat it, they don't do it publicly. That's what they do. So I think that picture, that one picture, Dr. Bakai, is very, very much disturbing for me. And I will hope, and I pray, because I know this is not you. One last thing here before I take leave of all of you here tonight on Dr. Bakai is this. You guys and Dr. Bakai, Honorable Cummings, Madam Yumley, Kankas, Lauren, and Mr. Bernard Ure, all of you guys agreed to come together. There are many, many young Liberians are pinning their hopes on you all. Their hope of redemption, including some seditions, their hope of redemption is being pinned on you and the rest of the group. If this is not workable, come up and explain yourself to the Liberian people so that we'll know what they have to do next. But you people cannot continue with this saga. Continue with this, what I consider to be, I don't want to use the word, whatever it is. And believing that Liberian people should just trust you. You guys are doing this thing. Those of us that can read through it, we say this. Dr. Baka is going. So even if Cummings go alone, Cummings comes second or third, second to the general election, and those Unity Party that are supporting Dr. Baka will not turn around and vote for Dr. Weah. Therefore, Cummings is hoping. Speculation, folks. So don't come back here and say you didn't leave yourself a room. Okay, speculation. So, Cummings people will say, well, Dr. Baka people, they're not going to vote for Dr. Weah. Therefore, they will come to us. So we don't have to cooperate with them. They got no other place to go. That kinds of vote is not sincere. That kinds of thinking is not sincere. And the same thing with Dr. Baka and his people thinking like that, then it's not sincere. We cannot run or try to lead a country based on insincerity. So I'm saying again to Dr. Baka, at this time, you're going to have to show now. For example, one last thing before I leave on Dr. Baka. He's here in the United States. In the United States, you have all of the political parties in Liberia. They have members here in the United States. So why is it that Dr. Baka cannot call all of these political parties together?
Hello?
Please, yeah, hold on. Can you lower your monitor, please? Let me finish my comment and I'll come to you. Just sit tight a few seconds. So why is it that Dr. Baka cannot come and have his people to bring all of these political parties, CDC, whatever, let them refuse Let those sedition or whatever CDC hierarchy say, no, we're not coming. Let ANC people say, no, we're not coming. But you guys extend invitation to these people. And those that will come to listen to you, they will. Even so, sedition might even come just to make fun and recall you. So be it. But in that process, you demonstrate to all of us that you is the father for all of us. You will be the father for all of us. Samson told Labron Popular, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yeah, hi, Mr. So.
Thank
how
you.
Doing this P?
Hey, P, how you doing?
Yeah. Now that I was watching the show and he was saying something, myself saw that picture with Mr. Cummings. I'm sorry, with Mr. Barker and Costa. What the other guy that was sitting next to them? There was another guy, and Barker was in the middle, right?
Right.
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, Mr. Kessley, I don't know the other name, but Costa the one who playing the whole thing. So from what I observed and my whole thing in this whole thing, I feel like maybe Costa guiding this man because information that he gave him, like how he should behave, what to say, he don't want the old man to forget. So you got to keep your eyes on the old man. That's why Costa guiding the man like a god dog. I'm sorry. But I don't think he meant to say that, but you don't want nobody else giving him other information to throw him off. And plus, Mr. Kessley, not handicapped, why he couldn't stay Costa the one who playing a game. Let him playing well. But come 2023, AMC all the way. Thank you.
No. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, we have it. ANC all the way, she said. But here's the point that I'm making about that picture. And Costa, yeah, he's guiding. Okay, let's just suppose what she stated is correct. That Costa is guiding. But my point is, you can still guide him, or you stand up and you stand next to him. But for you to sit down and the people who are older than you to stand up, whether they agree with it or not, it's for me, culturally, that it's unacceptable. I could have been in the same shoe. I'm older than Costa. And I don't care what position Costa in. If I get in a room, I'm older than Costa. And Costa has the ability to be respectful. And I got the video here. During the COP organization, when they had that demonstration, Costa is not a rude person. Yeah, he used words that are uncomfortable for some of us. But one-on-one of engaging in a intellectual setting, Costa is not going to be insulting people. If you put Costa on a table for an intellectual conversation, Costa is not going to use bad words. I don't care what you say. Costa is not going to cuss. There was a situation during the COP situation, in a room, Costa was sitting down. He was supposed to be the person to speak. Fine. Costa was there. Senator Dillon was there. Representative Yaka Kolba was there. Mo Adi was there. So when the time came for Costa to speak, after having made reference to Kolba, Representative Kolba is here with us. That's a sign of respect. He covered the mic up and turned to Senator Dillon and said, I'm going to say, can I go and talk now? And Senator Dillon said, yes, go ahead. That is the form of respect. Who's Costa? Sometimes most of you watch these things, but you don't look. He more character. Don't hide itself all of the time. When that heat was on that day, and for Costa to cover the mic and turn to Senator Dillon and ask, can I speak now? And Senator Dillon said, yes, go ahead. That is the form of respect. And that is the character of Costa. That's why I'm gravitated towards Costa. Because I know I don't agree with him on many, many things he come out and say. But let's be factual. In this case, that character that I saw in Costa was not displayed here. And that's the point that I'm making. And with that, folks, I'm going to say thank you very much. It's been a Friday. Is today Friday? Yeah. Friday night. Okay, Friday night, I didn't get paid. Yeah, Friday night, I just got paid. I'm not going out. So, folks, Samson told Labron Public Radio, once again, let me take the opportunity to thank all of you. All of you. Thank you very much. And even those who are claiming for Mr. Soul to come by, he will be by. He will be by. But I'm not going nowhere with my liberal view. I'm waiting for him and the central right, including the CDC professor. I'm waiting for them. You always see. Let them come. I hear. I'm not going nowhere. The liberal progressive is here. Blaku, that is. He ain't going nowhere. And so, Mr. Doe, Francis Doe was watching earlier. I hope he's still watching. And I want to be specific on this because I'm hoping maybe I have to work tomorrow. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm hoping. I've been showing the road on the southeastern side from Ganta all the way to the end of Southeastern Highway. It's bad, and I've been showing that, and people will come out and say, "Why don't you do X, Y, and Z?" So I'm also hoping to show the fix, if not tomorrow, Sunday. So I will show some of the fixes as an engineer from an engineering perspective. And when I'm doing the role, I usually don't get political when I'm doing the role because the role has nothing to do much with politics. The role doesn't know whether CDC in power or Unity Party in power. When it rain, roll quartering like bro, rain don't say, oh, no, today that CDC in power, so I will make the road better. No. Oh, Unity time, we'll cut the road. Nothing like that. When it rains, because people are not effective in carrying out those policies that's supposed to help us. And I'll be talking about it. So I will come on again and show you how these things need, how you can fix them. And I will, every time that I come out, I will tell you also that I'm not sitting down. I've been connecting. I've been calling, and I will call names this time. I call Sir Joseph. I want to help. Call my own representative, Cheshire Grant, that I want to help. Call my own superintendent that I want to help. I'm calling everybody. I talked to the late. Well, I didn't talk to him, but I made it known through Smith Toby to tell the minister, the late Mabutu, that I wanted to engage. And Smith Toby acted rude to me. Of course, he apologized later on, and so he and I were fine. I have nothing against him whatsoever. But the reason why I'm going through it, and I have talked to the current Ike team minister twice now. I want to help because I know I can help. I know I can help. You can't wait in the Southeast. You can't wait for asphalt road or concrete road before you have good roads. You can fix those things that are damaged right now. They can be fixed. And the damage was brought on because of water, because the bridges are all, they're completely out of their service life. Let's put it that way. There's nothing you can put on this sun and the sun and say this thing gonna last forever. These bridges, they have time limit on them. The concrete mix, the mix design of a concrete is based on specific time. They ask for the road, these people you're driving on in a Western country, they have time. When they show you the time, you say, wow, most of them, they have 20-year lifespan. But they go more than that because they maintain it. Okay, this person going to be my last caller, folks. Samson told Labron Public, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yeah,
Last caller.
It's me again. See,
Okay.
I was sitting here, I was wondering about something, right? I heard everything you said. There's something I think we need to ask the question and find out. Did Costa call Mr. Kessley to the function?
I don't know, and really, it's not part of what I'm talking about.
I understand what you're saying. You said being that he's an older person and he's a man of certain statue or whatever, he should have been given seat to sit, right?
Right.
And then let Costa stand because Costa younger.
Right.
Okay? But in the way I look at it, sometimes He's not an old man because that old person or old man who ain't no walking with king or something. Yeah, you can get him see. And number two, he's not a woman who's pregnant. It seems like it's okay. Let me get her. Let her say that. Or she's not a woman. But the only thing I'm trying to say is there won't be what people not looking at with it, boy. I think Costa put a thing together and Costa want to make sure he keep his eyes on everything that's going on. He don't want nobody taking his space.
Yeah, but listen to that, and what you just described, sister. That means there is a de facto bubbles now that Costa has put Dr. Barker in, and those are for who.
Bingo, that's where he put it in. Oh, you're just finding out.
No, but the point. Okay, all right, okay.
No, but Mr. Toll, let's be fair. I understand, but all along, wait a minute, because look at it like this. That man, since before he came here, that man don't do interview on a regular with our custard and telling him what to do. Okay? He don't.
Okay.
All we get him build like bro, sleep with like bro, dream like bro, eat like bro. That is slogan. But he can't explain how we sleep with like bro, eat like bro, dream like bro. So now Costa bro, Costa barely sleep. Costa to that man in the morning to get him out of bed, to get him ready, and make sure he tell him where to sit. Because Costa want to make sure nobody take his risk. And that's the game.
Okay, all right. Those are your those. Okay, well, thank you, sister. These are things that are coming from you. I don't know that for me to authenticate any of those statements, but those are statements you made. That's fine. You know.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. Okay.
That's me. That's my feeling.
And then we respect that.
We
respect that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Even when the man was in like rub, then you were always for the man. They do never go to bed by himself. These people guide their woman too much. Let the man be free. Let him be free. They want the man to be president. We gotta know what's going on. Okay. It's like the man can't even move. Now he set an interview with VOA. Who listens to VOA? Like, got there. So what time will listen to VOA? Bring the man out here to the Liberian people. Let him do all the interview. Okay, but he got in the man. So the president said would be maybe
we will do our best here to see if we can get in touch with George Lobo and see if, because he promised LPR that Dr. Barker was going to be available at some time. So we'll hold him to that as well.
Yes, for him. We definitely need to. Because I feel like the only telling the man to rehearse and tell you, say, let make sure the information people man let plenty of camera before you forget. So we don't need that. We need a man to talk.
Okay. But let me push back on that a little bit. Dr. Barker has the ability to talk. It's not that he can't talk. Not only can he talk, but he's very feisty as well. And not only that,
they're running him.
Because that's what I'm saying. That's what those are perception. We don't know that. I don't know that. We'll proceed that this is what is happening. I don't know that. But the point that I'm making here, the point that I agree what you're saying. Those are your own view and you're entitled to it. So we're not gonna go and beat too much on it. But we'll do our best here on LeBron Public Radio that we can have Dr. Barker here to have a conversation with us because we have come in here before also. So we'd like to have Dr. Barker to have a conversation with us.
All of them, then people can decide what to do.
Yeah.
They can't just say the post JMB popular, but nobody can hear JMB. So JMB will only wait for inauguration before you talk. We need to hear from him.
He was on another show today where he was able to express himself freely.
VOA interview him. That custom make that arrangement for VOA to interview him. And how many people watch VOA?
Okay.
We need to take this 2023 election very serious. Our country at a crossroad right now.
Right.
Ain't no time to baby say boy got to be spoon feeding him, whether ever or not. In America, when Joe Biden was running, we ruffle him up. Okay, we're not going to sit there and play the half or thing. Excuse my friend, that Nathan 100-year-old, he ever let that time where he know. We're going to shake him up. He needs to speak.
Okay.
If he can't speak, let him get out of the way.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's why they want him, man, because when they gain information, they don't want him to forget. Remember, I work in the nursing field. People who got early or stage of which I don't say he have it, they remember things in the past, they don't remember current. So by him jumping on and speaking of everything they did in the past, that the only memory he might have.
Okay, all right. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble by going off and
Get
laughing
in trouble
so
now.
hard.
I'm
But
saying
thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. All right, folks. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. I think this is time that we call this show off. It's Friday evening. Friday evening, folks. Please, whatever you do, stay safe out there. We will do all we can to contact Mr. Lobo, because Lobo was here the last time and said that he will work it for LPR to host Dr. Bakai, and I will hope to have Dr. Bakai, even if Mr. So can do that. I will be part of it. We're all going to be part of it anyway. But we'd love to have Dr. Bakai here on LPR, and we will ask some serious questions. Because and one thing I do know for fact, Dr. Bakai is not shy away. He's not shying away from media. Dr. Bakai has the ability to speak and speak eloquently and speak clearly. It's not like Dr. Bakai is not, he's not able to remember. Well, yeah, this is what, when you do these kinds of stuff, and then perhaps you're setting yourself up for failure, because if he comes out and start demonstrating that what you thought he didn't have and start demonstrating that, then you become like, okay. So anyway, let's leave it as that. It's been a wonderful, wonderful show. As I was saying, many of you that call in tonight and continue to write, even if you disagree with me, I still say thank you. Thank you for the fact that you guys, you're the reason why this platform it is what it is. If somebody come, and I've been watching here, people come here and try to degrade me or something, there'll be other people that say this is not the kind of platform. They, before I could even before I will open my mouth, there'll be people that will say, tell this person this is not that kind of platform. We're here to have a fruitful discussion, no insult. Mr. Toe, if they may say anything that is insulting, blocking. So I don't have to say that, because you guys have decided what platform they should be. And we will do our best to provide that for you. We will do our best to provide that for you. Well, you might not agree with us on many occasions, that's fine. But one thing I do should know, this is going to be the platform where you will come and express yourself freely, and also free from insult. Once that insulting word is mentioned from you, then you have no role on this platform anymore. So we want to thank you very much. And for many of you taking time, it's after 10 o'clock. No, after 10 o'clock in the East Coast, and you're still here on a Friday evening. Many of you have places to go, but the fact that you're with us, thank you. We appreciate it. We'll continue to do what we can to make you proud. You ever said there's a video that I played here also the last time from Cassidy, and he stated that clearly. He said Liberian people like drama. He said, if you don't believe me, watch people who comes on the platform, on the social media platform with coat suit and glasses, and they talk sense. They don't have people to follow them, but let them turn around, come here with t-shirt and start talking drama, insulting, cussing. You see how many people will start following them. And I'm saying to him, my reply to that is, I'm not going to deviate from whatever it is that I have to do here to discuss intellectual conversation, to have these intellectual conversations, and deviate from that because I want audience to watch me. Therefore, I'm going to make myself or change my character. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. Well, I'm not in total anymore. I'm not going to be the river way in total anymore. I've done my own cussing a long, 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 long time ago. Those days are over. I'm not going to do that. I have my own kids now, my daughter. I have a wife. What how am I going to feel when I insult other people because I want audience? Then when I leave, I go lay down and play with my kids and have fun with them. What am I? What kind of human being would I be? So the cussing issue is not just character; it is individual, who you are. I want to leave that with you and say thank you very much. We really, really, we really, really appreciate all of you. Mr. So will be back. And I don't know why the central right didn't come in or call tonight either. But he will be by. It would have been a very interesting subject matter here tonight because he was here the last time when I brought in common issue. And Mr. Toll, let me tell you, let me tell you right now, let me tell you, he said, you're hating for my mom, I'm hating for your mom. And then by that time, it was on. But we do that with respect for each other. So I want to thank you all and say good night to all of you. But please, please, whatever you do, stay safe out there. I'd rather you come back here on Sunday and have a serious disagreement with me. Please stay safe. The virus is still out there. And people who have, they just buried Colin Powell today. And he had a serious underlying condition. He was vaccinated. But those people who have not yet taken their vaccine, and you go around somebody who have serious underlying condition, even if they already have their vaccine, they can be infected as well, and their immune system might not be able to cope with that disease. So all of us, let's take this vaccine. If the vaccine is so bad, won't you be happy to die with the millions that have already taken the vaccine, and to die with a few thousands who refuse to take it? So please stay safe out there. Samson told LeBron Public, let's respect each other. I appreciate it. Mr. So will be on here. So it looked at President. We have never give you job. This is why you guys doing all this. When you started knowing coming to be the one to develop our country. I like the people. They just come in. They just come in, prove the job. They even know what the conversation that what we do. But people that like bro, you may even the comment you in. He even ask question because I said something right away, or he already has some kind of conversation with other people. He can prove on my platform. So you look Charles Flomo. So it's like let me read it. Let me take my time to read it. So it's look. Let me read that again. So it's look like President we are never give you job. This why you guys doing all this when when you started knowing Cummings to be want to develop our country. Okay. But that's what we do. We don't ask questions. We already have mindset that are there. But I just thought I'd read up. I want to thank all of you that made comments tonight. Thank you very much. Let's say good night to all of you. Let's meet again on Sunday. Mr. So will be by very shortly, and we can start again all over. Samson to Labrador Padrino, thank you very much, and good night to all of you.
Around the water side, I love the fish, we get them every day. Jimmy, around the water side, love the fish, we get them every day. So if you wanna get your bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. So if you wanna get your bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. Can you meet around the water side? Love the fish, we get them every day. In Jimmy, around the water side. Love the fish, we get them every day. So if you wanna get a bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. So if you wanna get a bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. In Jimmy, around the water side. Love the fish, we get them every day. In Jimmy, around the water side. Love the fish, we get them every day. So if you wanna get your bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. So if you wanna get your bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. Kinjimi bunga sweet, Kinjimi bunga sweet. Namli get kara kisho, Congo tanga Congo ilo, Semwe tanga kya kisho, Jubail get keju pele, Mori tanga kara